So, hi guys, let's get into our weekly trading outlook where I basically share the setups that I'm looking forward to take for this week, right? And of course, if there are other setups during the week, I do share them on my Telegram channel. So now, most of you guys must have seen my setups and wondered, which strategy I trade, right? So I basically trade the IPEM, which means institutional price execution model, okay? Because it's a framework built on tracking, market structure, liquidity more advancedly. All right, so I basically ignore the equal highs, equal lows liquidity that and I use the inducement, structural liquidity, and transactional liquidity, and it gives me precise entry. Okay, and of course there are other confluence that I basically look out for, but this give me precise entry. Okay, so the setup goes like this. The first thing I'm waiting for is basically a sweep of liquidity like this, which is inducement, and then I have a break of structure to the downside, which is my structural liquidity used for the correction of the market. And then I have structural liquidity, which is basically used for the continuation of the market. So I have this. First, a sweep of liquidity, inducement, and then I have structural liquidity, which is used, for the correction of the market. And then I have my structural liquidity here, which is used for the continuation of the market. And then I have my second break of structure. Okay, so I have this as my protected eye. And then I'm basically waiting for price to take out structural liquidity, tap here, and go to the downside. So this is what I'm expecting. A sweep of this, which is my structural liquidity, price basically tap here, and boom, to the downside. Okay. So of course, there are other confluences that I wait for, the top down analysis, the confirmation entries, and all that. So if you want to learn my strategy, we have, various offers for you. So you can send it there, right? So let's get to our top down analysis. Sorry, our weekly trading outlook. Of course, we do top down analysis for our weekly trading outlook, right? The pairs that I'm looking out for this week, as of today being Monday, are very, very few. The market has not presented good setups, right? But we have about two pairs that I'm, looking out for. So this is basically V51s, and V51s is basically selling, right? So V51s is selling from here. This is 24 hours time frame, and it's headed here. So what do I need to do? I need to look out for more sell opportunities. Okay, so I basically go to the 1 hour time frame, the 30 minutes time frame, and then I look out for my entry, right? So I have a sweep here, okay, and then we have a break of structure here, all right, and then we have our structural liquidity, which is this, and then we have a second break of structure, which is this. So this is our protected eye, and then we're waiting for price to come here and go to the downside, something like this. Stop loss few pips above, and we have this as our take profit. So we're basically waiting for price to come here and then give us a valid confirmation, and then we enter for a sell. Okay, this is the only setup that I'm waiting for in synthetic indices. Market is yet to give proper setups and all that. But if there are other setup, probably during the week, I'll share it on my Telegram channel. So you can, join my Telegram channel for free. SAMMYYESE on Telegram. and there you have it, right? So for synthetic indices, there's no valid setup as well, but I'm still holding USD MXN. We have been holding this trade since 12th May, all right, and is yet to get to our take profit. These are our take profit. So USD MXN is basically buying, right? It's buying from here and it's buying all the way here. Of course, if I say that a pair is buying, we're supposed to know that the top down analysis is coming from a buy setup here, and here is the target. Okay. So we have a setup here. Let me remove this so that it will be very clear. So we had a sweep here. All right. And then we have a break of structure here. And then this is our structural liquidity. And then this is our protected low. So this is our POI. And then this is our target. So you can still look out for re-entry options, this setup, and then you can enter for a buy down to this place. So we're basically waiting for this. We're waiting for this. We're waiting out for this, right? Where is it? So we're basically waiting out for this. It's a very simple model that even as a beginner, you can start, practicing from your comfort and, get it very clear. Just wait for something like this, a sweep of liquidity, inducement, and then a break of structure. Transactional liquidity is for correction. So we have a correction and then boom to the downside, which is our structural liquidity here. So we have a sweep, the break of structure, structural liquidity, and then another break of structure. So these are protected high. And then we have this as our POI. So if I want to label this for beginners, our first sweep is our point A, right? Point A. And then here is our point B. And then we have where price is coming from for taking our structural liquidity as our point C. So I'm basically waiting for price to, tap here and, go to the downside. So it's very simple, all right? Of course, like I said earlier, there are other confluences that I wait out for, like the 5-minute supply zone, the confirmation entry that I use, how to, enter precisely with your top down analysis and all that. So if you want to learn my strategy, like I said, send a DM. And then for these setups, wait for a valid confirmation before you enter, right? It's only a valid confirmation that can validate our entry. That's why I don't set limits, because most times you can see price, come, take out this liquidity and then give a confirmation here before, going to the downside. Last week, I had something like this on Volatility 25 or 25 1x. You can check my weekly trading review or recap. You see the video there. We had our confirmation somewhere here and then price played out. So I always encourage you wait for a valid confirmation before any entry. And then if I have, other setups during the week, I'll have to share it on my Telegram channel. So pay close attention and then see you guys during the week. Bye-bye.